Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Bailey, and today we're going to be working on our sizzling sausages sound. Sizzling sausages, sizzling sausages, s, s, s. Do that with me. Sizzling sausages, sizzling sausages, s, s, s. Good. I'm going to say the name of some ocean animals. I know you know a lot of ocean animals. And in the names of these animals will be that sound, that sizzling sausages sound. S, s, s. What I'm going to ask you to listen for is, where do you hear that sound? Do you hear it at the beginning of the word? Do you hear it in the middle of the word? Or do you hear that s at the end of the word? Are you ready for the first one? Good. Here we go. Here's the first one. Squid. Say it after me. Good. Where do you hear the s in squid? Good. It's at the beginning, isn't it? Good. Here's the next one. Octopus. Where do you hear the s? Say octopus. Good. Do you hear it at the end? Good. It is at the end. Here's the next one. Stingray. Where do you hear the s? Say stingray. Where is that s sound? Yes, it's at the beginning. Here's the next one. Walrus. Say it. Where do you hear it? Yes, at the end. Good job. This one's going to be a little bit tricky. Listen carefully. Say it after I say it. Lobster. Where do you hear that sound? At the beginning, in the middle, or at the end? Lobster. Yes, it's in the middle. Good job. And here's our last one for today. Mussel. Where do you hear that sound? Yes, it's in the middle. Great job of listening for the sizzling sausages sound today and for figuring out where you heard the sound, either at the beginning or the middle or the end. Now we are going to blend sounds together to make words. All of our words will have the sizzling sausages sound. Sizzling sausages, sizzling sausages, s. Do that with me. Sizzling sausages, sizzling sausages, s, s, s. Good. We spell that sound with an S. So here's a capital S. Kind of looks like a snake. And here's a lowercase s. Here's our first word line. Don't forget to sing the sounds on a note to make the sounds blend together easily into a word for you. And do it with me. Here we go. S, a, sad, sad. Always say it after I say it or with me. Here's the next one. S, a, sap, sap. Do you hear when I go sa? That's when I'm singing the sounds on a note. Good. Sap is the juicy material that comes out of a tree. Here's the next one in that line. S, a, sag, sag. Which word has the Gary Gopher g, g, g sound at the end? Yes, sag. Good job. Let's read all the words. Sad, sap, sag. Good. Oh, interesting. They all have that Pam the Lamb vowel sound in the middle, don't they? Ah, ah, ah. Let's look at our next word line. S, set, set. S, sip, sip. Good. Here's the next one. S, I, sit, sit. Good. And here's the next one. S, sun, sun. Let's read all of them. Set, sip, sit, sun. Good job. Which word has the tubby tugboat sound in the middle? Yes, good. Sun. Hear the Good. Let's do our last word line. S, o, a, slam, slam. S, t, e, stem, stem. S, k, I, skip, skip. S, o, a, slug, slug. A slug is an animal that is like a snail, but it doesn't have a shell. I have seen a slug and they aren't very pretty to me. Okay, so in these words, let's read them all. Slam, stem, skip, slug. Which word has the Jen the hen sound in the middle? That eh. Yes, stem. Good for you. Now we're going to have fun with a scrambled mystery sentence. All these words are scrambled up and they don't make any sense in the order in which I'm going to put them down on the paper. They're all scrambled up the way you scramble eggs up when you make scrambled eggs. You will need to put the words in order so that they make sense. You'll need to think about if the sentence sounds right and makes sense just the way you think about when you read your Just Right books. Are you ready? If you're ready, say, I am very ready, Mrs. Bailey. Good. Here I go. I'm going to start putting the words down. Oh, that's funny. The first word is the last word I said there, down. Say each word after I say it. Down. Ooh, these are really sticky. Sit. Good. Sip. I. Oh, this is a long word, so I had to use 2 Post-it notes for this one. Lemonade. That's a very long word. I love lemonade. Have, will, and of. Let's read all these words. Say them after I say them. Down, sit, sip, I, lemonade, have, will, and of. I'm going to give you a minute or so to think about the order that you think these words should be in to make sense. Okay, do you think you know what it's supposed to say? Well, let's work on it together and see. Now, you probably remember from the last time we did this that the first thing we did was to look for the capital letter so that we would know which word the sentence started with. So I only see one word that has a capital letter at the beginning. In fact, that's all it is one capital letter. And it's the word I. Then we looked to see last time which word had an ending mark. Can you see the word that has the ending mark? Yes, here it is, lemonade. So I'm going to put this at the end. Let me stick this together better so it looks like it's all supposed to be one word here. There we go. Okay, so we have I, lemonade. Do you think it would be good if we went I down? Does that make sense? Not to me. I sit, that might make sense. I sip, that might make sense. I, not to me, that doesn't make sense. I have, that could make sense. I will, that could make sense. I don't think so. I don't think so. What about I will do something? Let's try that. I will. Here are two doing words here, sit and sip. I will sit, I will sip. Which one do you think you would do first? Would you sip first or sit first? I might sit down first before I would sip something. So I'm going to try that. I will sit. What do you think comes next? Right, down. I will sit down. What do you think comes next? Sip, have, and, of. Let's try and. I will sit down and sip. I will sit down and have. I will sit down and of. What do you think? Oh, I forgot that one. I will sit down and That doesn't make sense to me. Do you think it's have? Good. I will sit down and have. Sip of. I will sit down and have. Yes. Good. Of or a sip? Yes, that sounds right. That makes sense. I will sit down and have a sip of. I didn't need all this room, did I? Lemonade. That makes sense to me. Let's read it and see if it sounds right to you. I will sit down and have a sip of lemonade. Does that sound right to you? Does it make sense? Does it have a capital at the beginning and an ending mark at the end? Yes, I think it does all of those things. Let's read it a little faster this time and see how it sounds. I will sit down and have a sip of lemonade. Good reading. You might want to make a mystery sentence that is all scrambled up for someone in your house to put in the right order. Make sure your first word has a capital and your last word has an ending mark. Good job, readers.
Hi, wordworking friends. Mrs. Opera here. Let's get started on our S paper. Lots of little curves today. Little curve, little curve, little curve. Little curve, little curve, little curve. Now the capital S and the lowercase s are definitely the same shape. So what's different about them? That's right, the size. Our capital S is going to bump the top and the bottom. Our lowercase s will bump the middle and the bottom. Here we go. My goodness, we are efficient printers today. Lots of curves. Little curve, little curve, little curve. Little curve, little curve, little curve. Little curve, little curve, little curve. I'm proud of us. Okay, what do we think? Is S a consonant or a vowel? Tell me, ready, go. Yep, it's a consonant. Good work. I see some delicious things in our syllable section. Oh, that also starts with an S. But I think I want to do my letter hunt first. Let's do it. On your mark, get set, go. Lowercase, lowercase, capital. Oh, did you beat me again? Capital. I found 4. How many did you find? Good work. Let's clap our first picture. Oh, I hope there's some salami in there. Ready? It's a sandwich. Sandwich. 2 claps for 2 syllables. Good job. Oh, here is a very special ocean animal. Let's clap it. It's gonna be fast. Seal. Seal. Good. I'm just coloring in my seal, and that seal had 1 clap or 1 syllable. Oh, maybe this could be chicken noodle or vegetable, minestrone. Oh, so many options. That's right, it's soup. Soup. That's a 1 syllable word. Yep, maybe chicken noodle. I think that's nice. All right, I'm really working hard to think of some great ideas of my own that start with sizzling sausages, sizzling sausages. S, s, s. Oh, I thought of a great one. Also goes with my love of all things garden related. Ooh. Any guesses? Oh, you're right. I chose sunflower. Oh, I don't know if I can fit it. I'm going to try. Ready? Okay, I broke up sunflower into some different parts. I knew how to stretch sun. I'm not going to put a space. It's just 1 word, but I'm going to keep going. Hour. Oh my goodness, let's read it. Sunflower. Beautiful. I'm excited to see what other ideas you draw and write that start with s. See you later.